Hello, this is Mislav the Slayer. I'm going to be doing a live Blitz chess game commentary, and we're going to the Dutch, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if I actually played a Dutch game in any of my videos yet, and this is the Stonewall Dutch, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go ahead and play c4, maybe try something like c5, a4, b4, b5. Pretty straightforward moves, really. And basically he should play e5 here, maybe? What about f4? Let's play real crazy. So I'm going to encourage him to double my pawns to give me more pressure on the e5 square, and then basically hope my king side can survive, and then play b5, and I guess try to get a pass pawn on the queen side somewhere, like b6, no, b5, c5. Push it down, maybe. I'm not sure. Undermine this d5 thing. So he took the bait. I'm going to go ahead and play e3 just to solidify the f4 pawn and the d4 pawn to a certain degree. Going to go ahead and b takes. I'm going to go play d takes. So I'm going to also play knight to f to d2, giving up all queenside defense. And I think if I take on e4, then he would, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Did I lose a pawn? Yes, I did. Okay. Go to queen d4. Oh, jeez. Well, this didn't work out so well. There we go. Could try to sacrifice something, maybe. Maybe I can attack on the king side myself. Play bishop to h3. Yeah. Oh my. Not working out very well, is this? I'm going to go ahead and just leave that rooked. Well, this is pretty much a disaster, so there's not really a whole lot to say at this point. I think he just played queen. Yeah, I think he should have played queen takes c3. Like, I'm running out of pieces as far as even, I don't know. There's just not much to do here in this position. Go ahead and play that. So at least I protect my knight. He can play knight to b3 now. Maybe I'll play knight to d5. No, that doesn't work. Does it? No, it doesn't work. Maybe try to play like just king h1, rook to g1, get some sort of pressure. He doesn't. These two pieces, I mean, they're not really in the game quite yet. I mean, they kind of are, but that's something to maybe work with. Knight to b5, knight to d4. Maybe just attack this e6 pawn. Oh, I'm threatening. No, it's not really a mate, but yeah, I can at least get this e5 pawn. Oh, he wins the bishop though, doesn't he? Oh my. So, if he takes the rook, can I maybe play queen to e6, check. Ooh. Okay, well I'll get the queen then. That's not too bad. So that's something. So now what am I down? I'll have a queen versus two rooks and a knight. I don't know. I mean, if I just he's a little low on time. There's still hope for this game. Go ahead and just take that. And I have a check on this long diagonal. I got a passed a pawn, so we ought to get something from that. And if he plays Now let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I want to just play this, right? And that would get me another piece. So I'll have queen versus 2 rooks, and I'll have 2 pawns up. Because he has to play a rook somewhere, and it can't be to c7, which is the only move that guards this knight. So things actually are looking pretty good, all things considered. Oh wow, oh my goodness. Wow, he just kind of collapsed there as badly as I collapsed in the beginning. Now, I think he is going to just lose his rook. Maybe not quite yet. Unless if he goes back, then I can play queen to d8 maybe, and then yeah, he loses his rook now because I'll be able to manipulate checks. He's got to go to f7, and then there, and then here. Oh, I guess I could have checkmated him instead. That would have been more efficient. Let's see if he sees it. No, he just resigns. Well, that is pretty wild game. So I think the bishop to f4 idea was pretty bad, at least for this position. I mean, there was a lot of questionable moves I made. Maybe that wasn't the wrong one. Because I did lose a piece somewhere. Yeah, it's just, okay. I lost the pawn, and I actually kind of panicked again and played something pseudo-aggressive, like queen to d4. I probably should have just played knight to c3, maybe, and then queen to... I'm not sure. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe actually bishop to h3 or something. Queen to h5. That at least would have prevented this fork from happening. Knight to d2, maybe. Or, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Just not blundering. Then knight c3, queen to d4. I mean, I guess there's not really much saving the game here, is there? I guess queen to... No, that's the only... Well, yeah, that's it. I gotta play queen to d4 to even think about saving the pawn. And then here, he should have just taken this knight, I think. And maybe taken the rook. Maybe take the rook. And instead... Oh, he did take the rook. Okay, so that's... And then here, he definitely should have just played queen takes c3. And then bishop takes, e takes, and then if you count the material, I have a queen and rook versus a knight, queen, rook, and bishop. And his pawn structure is like pretty much fine. I guess he was a little worried about... Oh, I guess he was worried about queen to d8 maybe? Check, queen to d8, but I mean he just has king to f7. And then... That's pretty much the extent of the checks, except maybe queen to c7. Then he just can go back if he wants, even like go somewhere else. I think queen c3 works fine here, but I'm not sure. I guess he just wanted to get a little cute, and it didn't quite pan out. Though I mean, actually, he does win the bishop, though, doesn't he? That way. Yeah, and then here's just a blunder. And then I think the knight actually might just be trapped. But it's not exactly easy. If he were to play, say, rook to b7, and then queen to c3, or no, rook to b7 loses to queen to d5. So actually, this might just be a situation where this knight is trapped completely, and he needs to start to play with the 2 rooks, which is not really ideal at all. So after this rook A to e8 move, he might be in just a lot of trouble because he has no good way. Not a lot of trouble, but at least he's probably gonna draw maybe because there's no way to save this knight. Maybe rook to c8 works instead of rook to b7. Rook to c8, queen to... Then there is no queen to c3. Maybe queen to b4, rook to c7, and then I think he'll be able to play queen to or knight to c2 and save his knight. So he needed to play rook c8 here. And then, I mean, he'd have I could try to like do like tricky stuff, but and then he just pretty much collapsed with the just leaving his rook completely unguarded. So I mean, I'm not sure if I really did anything to deserve like to like flustered him at all. I played pretty straight up forward moves. I did get kind of aggressive, so maybe that's the way to go. But I think it's just kind of lucky, so that's good. Well, thanks for watching.